Do you consider yourself a failure? Because if you do, you really need to stop, because you're not. To me, the only way that you fail is if you don't try in the first place. What's up, guys? It's Chris from scottplot.com, and I really wanted to make this video about failure because a friend of mine showed me a video where rocket scientists were failing miserably. And don't worry, the video will be in the description, but I wanted to watch it alongside you guys. But before we do that, I wanted to sit and talk about what really is failure. To me, failing is not trying, failing is not starting, and failing is not being consistent. Do I do that sometimes? Absolutely. I struggle with it on a regular basis. There are so many times where I don't either put up the videos on time, I don't post in the Facebook group like I should, and I don't, post on my website like I should. The problem is that the reason why I do that is because I get inside my own head and I feel like I'm not good enough, I'm gonna fail, and I get impatient, which if we wanted to talk about patience, I got another video on that. Link will also be in the description. Check that out. But, I've been thinking that I was a failure for a very long time, really ever since middle school, but I'll talk about that in a later video. Really, the time that I started feeling like a major failure was right after high school and getting into college. Because when I got into college, I wanted to go for game design, but they didn't offer that at the college that I was going to. And when I spoke to the counselor lady, she was telling me, she was hyping me up on getting into graphic design because she was like, oh, you can make this much money, you can do this, you could do that. And I was like, hey, that sounds like a good deal to me. That sounds great. Making a ton of money and making cool designs, sign me up. And my mom, she was also telling me, she was like, do you really want to do this? Because you don't know anything about it, and I think this lady is just trying to hurry up and push you out of the door. But me being me, I was all gung-ho and hype about it, so I went for it, and I hated it. I hated it with a passion. So after that, we ended up moving out of state and moving to a completely different state, and it was really hard for me because one, I was trying to figure out what it was that I even wanted to do in college. And two, when I would apply for colleges, they were charging me out-of-state fees, so it was ridiculous. And in America, we're all brainwashed to think that college is the end-all be-all for success. Where if you don't do good in school, you don't go to a good college, then you're a complete loser. You're a failure, so to speak. So for the longest time, I felt like the biggest failure in the universe. I just kind of sat in my room and I didn't do anything. Like I didn't even have the urge to play games anymore. I was just depressed. So I started up doing illustration and concept art because I'm like, hey, I like video games. I could probably potentially work in that field. I already have art experience, so why not? So I got into that. And it was my own impatience that killed that, because I felt like since I hadn't been able to go to school prior to that, I felt like a loser. So I was trying to expedite everything and get good at it super fast so that I can have a great career and I can feel like, an adult. So it really killed my art career. Plus, not only that, but I was out there trying to sell my art, and nobody was caring. Nobody looked at it because it was very mediocre. I was a novice, but I was trying to promote myself like I was professional, trying to just hurry up because I didn't want to feel like a failure. Thus, making myself feel even more like a failure because I was rushing and trying to do a quick fix. After doing art, I just kind of meandered for a bit and decided that I was going to get into programming, which admittedly I do enjoy programming. I enjoy programming a lot because I like the analytical side, being able to solve problems and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. However, I know that's not what I want to do for a career. What I want to do for a career and what I'm currently doing is making these videos and having my website, having my personal brand, building products, and owning real estate. That is what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about helping other people by showing them my process and my progress, because I'm going through this with you guys. I'm not sitting here on a golden pedestal telling you guys how you should be living your life. And you know, I don't feel like a loser anymore because I know what I'm working towards and I know that it will be successful. I'm confident in that ability. I'm confident in my abilities now. But for the longest time, I didn't. For the longest time, I felt like a failure because one, everything I tried wasn't working out. And two, well, that was really about it. It was just one. I realize now that I wasn't a failure and I'm still not, and neither are you. You know, if you're sitting here and you're watching this video and you want to be better and you're working towards being better, how does that make you a failure? You know, you see all the people in the world who aren't doing anything. Those are the ones who have failed, and even then, they can always come back. It's never too late. It is never too late. I said that in the very first video that I put up on this YouTube channel. The only time that you truly fail is if you just give up and die, and then you can't try. But as long as you're eligible and capable of trying with whatever it is that you want to do, you're not a failure. And even when you have minor setbacks, don't see them as failures, see them as learning experiences. And that's what I really had to realize, and that is what I wanted to show you guys in this video. This video is a video called How Not to Land an Orbital Rocket Booster, because it's a video by SpaceX. And for those of you who don't know what SpaceX is, it is a company owned by Elon Musk. I don't know how you wouldn't know about this. And basically he's just trying to make it so that traveling via rocket and going into space is cheaper, and you know, being able to do that on a regular basis, having it so that humanity can just go to the moon whenever they feel like it, that kind of stuff. He likes Mars, but you know, I said moon because it was convenient, but you get the point. But essentially they put up a video of them just failing over and over and over and over again, but it's not a failure. And this inspired me so heavily because I know that a lot of you guys out there, including myself, feel like you suck when you don't suck, you're just inexperienced and you're rushing. I really wanted to show you guys this video, so let's do that right now. But yeah, here it is, September 2013. They're just dropping the rocket in the water, and it's just like they have soft landings, so it wasn't a complete catastrophic disaster, but even then it's still messed up. And watch this one, it's just gonna flip over and blow up. Like, thank God nobody was in that. Thank God nobody was in that. But like, these are geniuses. These are people who have incredible degrees and they're super smart and they know a whole bunch of math. And here they are, they're just, look at that, look at that explosion. Like, they're sitting here and they're just throwing millions of dollars away, you know? But yet they keep trying. You know, it's not just about the end goal, it's about the journey, because if you don't have the journey, then there is no end goal. And this video 100% inspired me to make my video. And thank you to my friend AJ from high school who showed me this. You know, he probably had no intention of inspiring me to do this, but it lit a fire in my heart, absolutely. And I hope that it lights a fire in your guys' heart too. The link to the entire video is going to be in the description, like I said, as well as my other video. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's gonna be okay. Don't see your mini failures, your micro failures, as a macro failure, because there's only a macro failure when you quit. But on that note, don't forget to check out my website, scottplot.com, and join our Facebook group. You know, it's a group where I'm really doing my best to inspire others to step out of their comfort zone and document their lives and the things that they're working on, because people are interested in it, you know? People are actually interested in it. Obviously, it's a new group, so it's working on getting a little bit more active, but hey, if you enjoyed this video and you join that group, we can make it active together. And hopefully you can invite some of your friends and they can be inspired too. But before I go, I wanted to ask you guys, what is it that you feel like you're a failure on, whether it's monetary or emotional, or it could be a relationship? Leave a comment. I am very interested in this, and I'm definitely going to post my issue in the comment section as well. But you know, if you like this video, be sure to leave a like, smash that like button actually, and comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.